Hi, welcome back to Via Actorem. I'm Manuel C. Cruz, MFA Acting. We are now up to TAWL number 10. The actor will learn to observe the world. Some time ago, I was shopping with my mother, and she uses a scooter to get around. And she had to go to the ladies' room, and I was sitting outside of this market that we were at, waiting for her, and watching the scooter that obviously wouldn't fit into the ladies' room. But I started watching the people around me, and it was interesting to watch because most of these people were oblivious to what was going around them. It's like their world, stopped at the end of their noses, or actually at the end of their arm, which held their telephones that they were reading or watching videos and things like that. And it just seems that we're living in a generation in which reality is not real unless it's on our video phones and that sort of thing. And I started to look out further out into the area that I was at, and I noticed that the people around me weren't the only ones who were not paying attention to the world, because I was sitting in the cafe. People were taking a break, and of course you're going to take time to look at your phone. But then I looked beyond at the people who were still shopping, and they were walking around as if they were the only ones on the planet. They were bumping into each other, rubbing up against each other, and things like that, and in most cases not even acknowledging the other person that was there. And which is why when I teach my class, the warm-up is usually for the actor to walk around the room and observe every corner, every nook, every cranny, and eventually to acknowledge the other people that are in the room and make a connection with other people. And so part of the world is the other people who are in it. But there was also an exercise, in graduate school, in which we had to go out into the city. I was living in San Francisco at the time, and go to a place that I had never been before and observe what I saw. And I had no plan really on how to do this exercise. I ended up at the top of the hill of right next to Grace Cathedral, and I caught a bus. I think it was like the number 7 bus or something like that, that went down a street. The name of the street escapes me at this time, but I started noticing that I'm going down the same street from the movie Bullet, starring Steve McQueen, in which he's racing his Shelby Cobra Mustang at high speed, chasing the bad guy. And I go, wow, look at that! This is the same street, and it leads past Little Tokyo, and I was fascinated by the scenery, and it was a clear day. It was a beautiful day, but as we got closer to the coast, it started getting a little more foggy. Toward the end of the line is the VA hospital, the VA center, and I got off and started crossing the VA campus, and on the other side is a trailhead that goes out to a point of an old fort that is situated in San Francisco. And it was this beautiful wooded trail that was misty and mysterious and fascinating at the same time. And I was just taking it in, and the further on down the trail I went, the more I smelled salt air. And I got to the bottom of the trail, and there was an old artillery position that was dated back to World War II. The whole point was that I was taking it all in, and I was letting it affect me, and I was considering how I felt throughout. So as actors, go out there and explore and take in the world and let it affect you. And who knows, one day you might be able to recall that, or, you know, remember that feeling, that sort of thing. So go out there and look at the world. I'm Manuel C. Cruz. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.